Veteran trade unionist Lincoln Lewis took the stand in the Linden Commission of Inquiry on Thursday and sought to give the commission a history lesson on Linden and the Mackenzie-Wismar Bridge, a lesson that not all of the commissioners may have been interested in.
That bridge, before it was established, as I said, the community was divided. Even when we travel as a trade unionist, when we have Labor Day parades, they used to be held in Mackenzie. In 1968, after the establishment of that bridge, the parade started on Wismar Shore. Every time people get to that bridge, they saw that bridge as a symbol of a bridging of the community, the two sides, and people remain on that community, remain on that bridge for some time.
We are not interested in the history which you are relating. You were asked a specific question, and that is the question to which we expect you to respond.
Was that right? The right to remain on the bridge in exercise of the protest?
Can I explain?
Just tell me whether it was or wasn't, and then the explanation comes after. You can't explain what you haven't answered.
Yes, in the circumstances, it was right.
Thank you.
Lewis moved on and testified that on the day in question, July 18, he was at the Mackenzie-Wismar Bridge, where he addressed the gathering that afternoon, just before the police opened fire on the crowd with tear gas and gunshots.
I continued to observe what was going on. At one time, a person dressed in a police uniform on the northeastern side of the bridge turned to shoot a guy turn his gun to a guy over in the Linden Secretariat compound. And there was this officer who dressed in khaki uniform 4 to 5 times said to him, "Don't shoot that man, don't shoot that man, don't shoot that man."
He testified too of seeing Commander Hicken at the bridge with what appeared to be a gun wrapped up in newspaper.
Wrapped around in a newspaper.
Wrapped around what?
The newspaper was wrapped around his hand and the gun.
Would you describe the gun for us?
I will not be able to describe the gun, but it's a small gun. That's all I know. It was a small gun he had in his hand.
The trade unionist made it clear that it was not the first time that the Mackenzie-Wismar Bridge was blocked, and said in the past the issue was resolved with government officials visiting the bridge and listening to the concerns of residents. He even referenced a visit to the bridge by President at the time, Barra Jagdeo, in 2004, when residents protested. Linden, he said, is the cradle of Guyana's revolution, and if circumstances demand it in the future, as part of the protest, he sees no problem with the bridge being blocked. For Capital News, Gordon Mosley.